So I'm Duchess. Welcome back to my channel, folks. We just talk about hip hop, real life, without all the propaganda and gimmicks. And today's title is more so going to be about the energy of the internet and how it's a portal to just dump toxic energy. It's a place where people go just so they can release their alter egos. So if you're somebody who is dealing with stress and anxiety and depression, the worst place to go is social media. When you first wake up, do not get on your phone. When you first wake up, take care of yourself. Come up with a morning routine, like even something simple like reading a chapter of a book, sweeping the floor, sweeping the porch, going for a walk. You're not used to working out yet, just take it, go for a walk to the mailbox, do 25 jumping jacks, 10 push-ups, just water plants. Do something that's going to give you purpose in the morning instead of looking at everybody else's business, because the internet is just like a falsehood. It's not real, and a lot of people get caught up in making that their reality. What I mean by that is, when I look out into, like, does your world match what you're looking at on the internet? Sometimes we get depressed about what's going on the internet. People are arguing over left and right, who should vote for. Look at all this negativity, people getting shot. It's just murders, it's crimes everywhere. Look at the state of hip hop. It can be overwhelming. But me personally, where I live, it's not like that. Like, where the places where I go and hang out and the people I encounter, like, we're all trying to get along and figure it out. Like, but then I can't get on the internet and spend a lot of time on there and find myself getting drained by what's going on in the world. But this big world is not your personal world. Sometimes you're stressed and full of anxiety because you're taking on other people's trauma. Other people's trauma you don't even know. When I log in, all these celebrities, like, why is this? Think about how wicked the media is. We all know, most of us know what it's like to be raised in a single parent home. But the news makes it seem like it's news to talk about these celebrities who are going through trauma. How is their trauma our entertainment? It's a wicked industry in general. And I remember when I was really pursuing a rap career, I literally sat in the A&R's office while he told me that you have to pay the program director to keep your music on the station 3 times a day. The morning DJ, the afternoon DJ, the late night DJ. And when you constantly program something in somebody's head over and over and over, our brains are computers. We're going to remember it. And these were his exact words. You don't have to like the song, but I bet you remember the lyrics. And that's what branding is. Somewhat like brainwashing. That's why they want females and artists that's so young that they can't comprehend or make long-term decisions. Because that didn't sit right with me. Like, so much went into this. I'm glad for the internet. It's good for those who know how to use it, but just don't drown in it is all I'm saying. Find yourself, take a break when needed. And literally, you gonna have to start going on social media fast if you want to fight depression, because if you go for 2 days with no social media, just log out, turn your notifications off. When you get back on social media after 48 hours, you'll feel the pressure. But when you used to doing something, it's like a bad habit. When you're used to doing it, you're used to it. But when you quit and then you do it again, you can feel it like 2 times more, 3 times more, whatever. So this video is really just for those of y'all who feeling kind of like lost and don't know your purpose yet. I highly recommend staying away from social media and getting out into the real world, even if it's uncomfortable. A lot of people have social anxiety because they're raised with the phone in their hand. Parents now are hooked to social media. Parents who, let me tell you how this entertainment business can take over people. I was raised by an old school Baptist Christian family. Like, Christianity now a little different. It's a little lenient, it's different. But back then, when you raised late 80s, born late 80s, raised in the 90s, Christianity was really strict, to the point where if you had a baby before you were married, you had to stand up in front of the church, confess and repent. Like, to the point where people didn't even want you to live with your girlfriend or boyfriend before you got married, because they called it shacking up. But at the same time, these same people who raised me with this mentality, you don't have sex before marriage, it's not right, it's sinful, are the same people who would say, Hey, how's the music going? Oh yeah, it's crazy. I almost got on this show. I almost got on this reality show. I almost got on this. But they wanted me to do something weird. They wanted me to do this. Or they wanted me to completely change. Well, that's fine. No, they wanted me to do this. They wanted me to wear blue hair and get a push-up bra, some stilettos. It was like, well, sex sells. The same people who will teach you morals will sell you out for the entertainment business. And I don't mean for the but think about the irony of being raised as a kid thinking sex before marriage is so evil. But because the entertainment business says, well, sex sells, well, you got to do what you got to do. That was crazy to me. I feel like the entertainment business they rip families apart, divide and conquer. Let me calm down, because people like me get considered aggressive when I get passionate and I begin speaking like this. Seriously, man. I was trying to get into the industry where asking questions was not allowed. I'm asking like, well, what's a split sheet? What's a performance writer? I would go home and Google things, and then when I went into the next meeting, they be throwing these terms in my face, and I'd be like, oh yeah, you talking about this, you talking about that, and they like, oh, you know what the? It's like they want you to be dumb. They want you to be dumb so they can control you. Look at these rap girls now, and look how it's affecting the generation. Smart girls pretend to be dumb so they can fit in. Good guys pretend to be thugs so they can get women now. It's just a weird world when you look at the internet. And sometimes that's not even the world we all live in. So, just keep that in mind when you're feeling bad about yourself. Sometimes we get on the internet just to look at toxic things to say, at least it ain't me. You looking at somebody like, well, at least it ain't me. But how can you rise when you looking at such low vibrational images and celebrating that? Why would the media even want that? They want us to stay just regular essential workers and not getting nothing out of this American pie. And that's why the economy is crumbling. Everybody from all these other countries gonna come over here and they gonna try to put us against them next. Because they know how to come over here and maximize. They know how to come over here and work for, $3-4 while we so busy thinking we too good to do that. We looking at images of people riding these foreign cars and all this name brand stuff, trying to keep up with that, going broke so you can have this. I know people who broke but their kids got designer clothes. How is your rent due but your kid got designer clothes? So just use the internet for what it's worth. This blog got longer than what I intended. I just came from a nice little walk, wake my day up, and my energy is, boy. I just wanted to make this vlog. I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. Thank y'all for listening. In the meantime, I got way more on my mind. If you just want to hear any thoughts from inside my head, go to Duchess Rants playlist on my main page or leave a comment, let me know.